Hi, my name is Mitra. I'm a servant. I serve through teaching, coaching, consulting, or any other way that I can find to share what I know with those who want to know. And this Lights On podcast is one of those ways. It was created with consciousness and mindful living in heart. So join us as we travel through many roads of learning and transformation together. And if you enjoy our podcast, please give us feedback by rating us 5-star and share us with others if you think they may benefit from it. On behalf of my team, I thank you for your presence. This episode is about how to protect ourselves energetically. I am coaching a group of amazing seekers and teachers, and it's called Mindful Attentionist Self-Coaching Program. It's a 3-month program, and we meet every week. I send them a lesson, they listen to it, and they bring their questions. And our conversations get to a very, very interesting, deep, and practical places. One of the questions that I received, we were working on how to be an open listener and a mindful speaker and hold the space when other people are speaking and also be aware when you are speaking. And one of the participants said, okay, I've done that. It's great. But now I realize that my energy is all over the place. And it was a very interesting question. It comes from a practice, obviously, not from the logical mind, because that is true. We become extremely attractive, energetically speaking, when we are a good listener, when we have a space, when we have capacity to hold people. And that becomes a problem in a world of survivalists, even though we may not be a survivalist, because then there is a need for somehow managing our energy and the boundaries of our energy. So the answer to this question, that what do I do when that happens? How do I manage my energy? Was a very interesting, about, 9-10 minutes conversation. And we get into how we can energetically manage ourselves and how do we compromise other people's energetic fields and boundaries, and how can they do the same. And I think it's interesting, and I thought that you may benefit from listening to it. Let's take a listen together. Okay, great question. How do I manage when I am open? So we're learning to do that, because and I'm using these words because it's the language that we're going to be using, that in survivalist mode, we have learned to protect. And that's why, by the way, Chris, we focus on ourselves. So if I sat there, imagine I sent you to a meeting and I said, these are enemies, just be careful, so you will sit there quite aware of yourself. What are they doing? What am I? Oh my God, I'm too close. So you sit like that, and you don't know how to be with other people differently, because you are in that fear-based mode. So now what Sarah is bringing up is that we a little bit shifted from there. We opened an energy, and now, well, where's the gate? Because the energies may be flooding to ourselves. And it's true. It is something that we need to learn to manage, So the first thing that I want to say to that question is, were you aware of yourself as they were coming? What was going on for you? Were you connected to yourself in that moment? So that's what I would like to ask later. But before we go out, and again, that's a very appropriate question, is that we need some kind of protection. But this protection is not because we are in danger. It's because we want to manage our energies and the energies that are coming at us. So
the protection of danger is very different than management of our energies. Because once the door opens, so to speak, then energies may come. It's very attractive energy. Let me tell you, when you're open, when you're a good listener, when you're a mindful speaker, people are going to be attracted to you. You're going to see that. People don't even know why. If I tell you how many times people say, and they don't know what to say, and they say, do I know you? Have you met? You're going to hear that a lot. And the answer is yes, we have met energetically, but not physically, because that openness is extremely attractive. So we think the attractiveness is in the hair and the style, and that is true. But the energy and energetic attraction is, whoa, out of the charts, the charts that we draw for ourselves. So we talk about energetic fields, and many of you have taken my class when I talked about energetic boundaries. When energetic boundaries are compromised, we feel exhausted. There is the physical aspect of our boundaries, that I will choose who I want to spend time with. But there are also times that it's not in my hand. Like if I'm working or I'm at the party, I can't tell people who to invite. So we need to always be aware of our energetic field. And the energetic field that I'm speaking about at this stage, because there are different levels to it, is just the immediate field around us. And the size of it is the size of our arm. So imagine you're the center of a circle and draw an imaginary circle around you, and the radius of it is the size of your arm. Just imagine. Let's do it together. Close your eyes. Imagine that you're center of a circle, and the side, and just put your arm out, one arm out, and just draw an imaginary circle around you. Now, this circle is your energetic field at this stage. And I want you to pick whatever you feel is right. I recommend that you put red roses around the circle. And also take your hand in your imagination above your head, the size of your arm again, and put one above your head and put one under your feet, same distance. So now we have one rose, red rose above us, one underneath us, one to your right, one to the left, one in front, one at the back. And I want you to always be cognizant of the fact that you need to gather your energy and stay in this field. And now you may open your eyes so I can explain what that means. When we feel energetically compromised, that means either someone has come too close energetically to us. What does that mean? That means they have been intrusive. They are asking questions. They are wanting to know things that is not their job to know. It is not my wish for you to know that about me. So if it was a physical thing, imagine I'm in your home and I've gone to your bathroom and have opened the drawer in your bathroom, which is extremely inappropriate. That's probably where you keep your private medications or whatever it is that you have. And I'm not allowed to go there. You invited me to come to your living room, but here I am in your bathroom. So energetically is the same thing. So instead of my curiosity and openness, contemplation kind of curiosity, sitting there and saying, tell me more about you, meaning what you choose to want to share with me. I'm energetically being intrusive. So I'm thinking, I wonder how kind of whatever, you fill in the blank, inappropriate question. So that's when you feel uncomfortable with someone. You don't even have a name for it. It can be your imagination. It's not always them, please. It could be my memory. Last time I was with a person who smelled like you, looked like you, felt like you. I was compromised, so I'm feeling. So don't start finding people. Oh, you have bad energy. You must be. Don't do that. This is not for the purpose of other people's management. It's about your understanding of your own energetic self. When does it happen in my relationship with others? When I step out of my energetic boundaries and get into your boundaries. I compromise yours. So you could compromise mine, but I also can compromise yours. When I take things without asking, when I want to take things without asking. So stay in your energetic boundaries. That's what allows you to be more curious than judgmental. Judgment is the biggest and most common compromising of energy and energetic boundaries. When I'm sitting there, I don't even know you, I haven't been asked, and I'm thinking, I don't think you're really good. I can tell what kind of person you are. You probably have lied and cheated and done this. Like, I go there and you shouldn't be, by the way, wearing this and you sound really ridiculous. So things that are like really not my business. And when I do that, that's why judgment feels so difficult to me, the judge. Not to you. You may be protecting yourself, but I feel bad. So the question is asked, what happens when other people judge us and we don't want to be judged? The answer is, if your energetic boundaries are in your command, meaning you are just simple as that. You are aware of your energetic boundaries. You go in curious and you go in willing to be protected. That's it. It's simple as that. It's an intention, because energy is not something I go and make a wall and tell you not to come in. It's something I intend to do. And then when others are judging you, when others are compromising your boundaries, when you are aware, as my teacher used to say, I asked him that one day, I just remembered. And I said, what if they're intentionally wanting to compromise my energetic boundaries? And it was his way of teaching me, or teaching everybody, was that he would always answer my question with a question. And he asked me, he said, if somebody mails you something and you do not accept that mail, what happens? And I said, return to sender. He said, exactly. So the person starts feeling bad because they were judging you instead of you feeling bad. But you need to become that Teflon that can let go of that. I can see in their eyes. It's not like I don't know they're judging me. I can even hear their words. They may be even saying it out loud, but I am protected. And they feel bad, and not because this is a punishment. Universe does not have punishment. It is about the fact that it is their opportunity to know judgment does not feel good. It's an opportunity. It's not a punishment.
Hope this episode answered the question or two for you, or provoked and inspired questions in you. I'm so grateful you showed up and listened up. Until the next time, be well and stay curious.